So among all of the little things that have been overlooked in the big 24.4 update, there is actually changes to the mining system. Now, I'm not going to get into how the mining system works, but there are upgrades available, and I will just quickly skip that part, spoilers and all that. These things, they've added in some widgets. This one will increase the range. I think they've done that because some of the resources you have to mine are spawning on the roof, and you can't reach them. Or maybe that was the plan the whole time and they're just now releasing it. So that's 30,000 standing. That's even Mastery Rank 27s cannot gain that back in a day. And there's another one. The Sunpoint Plasma Drill Silencer. I kind of hope that it somehow adds a silencer to the end of it. It won't, it's just a widget, but it avoids alerting nearby enemies. I've mined next to nearby enemies and it hasn't bothered them. If they are not already aware that you're there. So that one I don't see the point in. This one I'm going to pick up because sadly I have done a lot of mining. I'm still trying to find that thing and some of that stuff. As you can see, I've gotten hardly any of them and hardly any of those because I crafted them when I got them. This is the main reason that I thought I would do this. Why is this suddenly a thing? Okay, so it actually does scare the enemies. I'm invisible, and I fired the laser, and it's there. I have something next to me that I'm supposed to be able to mine. There it is. So if we just mine this, we'll see what happens, because the enemies are standing right next to me. Okay, something tells me they may be aware of where I am. I don't know what gives me that idea, but it doesn't hurt them, but wow, they became very quickly aware of where I was. I've never seen that before. And I've done that a few times. You literally come out of Fortuna and you mine going along the road towards the caves and just pick up anything that is around here, and I've never had them do that. I may have just been lucky, but yeah, so the silencer thing, let's see if that works. It does mean having to come back in here and spending another 30,000 standing that I really could have done without spending because I kind of needed that for something else, but that's now gone, so I guess that's now fully upgraded. Weirdly, the way that this works is kind of like the codex scanner for Samaras. You can see the widgets, the 4 weird triangle shapes at the top. Therefore, the infinite battery, the infinite scans, there was a new one recently which shows weaknesses. No, I think that was actually a mod. Can't get scanning in time. It went behind something. So this thing should, in theory, do exactly the same thing, but it's at the bottom. You can see them at the bottom there. The one on the left is for the range, which actually looks quite further actually, and the one on the right is for the silence. Now the only way to really test if this is actually a thing is to run down here where that ship just dropped off some enemies and mine the exact same thing I was mining before while surrounded by enemies and see if this works. If it does, good. But it worked before, so I don't know why it was all of a sudden a thing to add in a widget that did something that it did before. Yep, that did not bother them in the slightest. They couldn't care less. Their mistake. So if you do like mining and you don't want to be bothered by the enemies, this little widget is great. It is going to keep you well hidden from the enemies. As you can see, as that wheelie thing just went past us as we were kind of mining. The range is going to be very useful as well. Would recommend that one straight away because there has been a few times I haven't been able to mine anything because they've just been out of range kind of badly, which is, it's more annoying than anything else. I nearly super messed that up. They are actually worth picking up. I was wondering if they were or not, and just seeing them actually notice me there while invisible kind of showed that it didn't work before, but now it does, so can now form while invisible using these two widgets at the bottom. So we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.